All right. We're going to talk about some comments on my latest video, 4 dog domestication theories. I didn't write it or make it. So I've got David Ian Howe here, the man, the myth, the legend, the Zach Galifianakis of archaeology.
I wear it proudly, dude.
Yeah. And we're going to run through your comments. That's what we're going to do. You know.
That sounds good.
Let's talk about a comment.
Comment numero uno, Ross Smith. You should give Stefan, spelt incorrectly, some interior decorating ideas. He really needs all the help he can get. P.S. The Russian was funny as hell. I mean,
do I just respond?
I guess, I don't know. Maybe I should respond. What are you flipping saying? My decoration is, I'm not in the bat cave like David here, but the archaeology bat cave. But people were impressed with your production value, man. It put me to shame. I've bought some new microphones. I might even get a light, but
I couldn't tell if they were talking about like my cave or like my house, because like half the video was just in my like living room and kitchen slash. It's just random stuff I've thrown together and like a bookshelf, and you know.
I think it's the lighting behind the bookshelf that looks so classy.
Oh yeah, it's just Govee lights, man. I saw him on I think it was Peter Lindgren's channel. He was like, got to get the lights, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I just butchered that.
What microphone do you use?
It's a Video Mic Pro. It's
just the like video, just on the camera, shotgun mic.
Mm-hmm. I have a Rode like
nice.
video or like the clip one, but it like the sound's always garbage when I use it. I don't know how. I might be messing with it wrong, but
well, that's my problem. The reason this is a bit of behind the scenes technical information for you guys. The reason I fucking film outside by a shed is because the lav mics, I have the same problem. There's too much echo inside, too much reverb when I'm using them inside, and I don't know what to do about it, which is why I bought this microphone here. So maybe I will show you my living room, and it's quite nice. But
yeah, I just hear myself breathing with the lav mic so much. I don't want to hear my fat ass breathing when I'm editing it, so I just like use the top one.
Next one that I screenshotted does, it's Pinkler. Damn, the editing quality on this is excellent. Pretty much what we just said, but I actually edited the video a little bit. There were some deleted scenes. You can see them on David's Instagram at Ethnosynology. I cut out a whole skit involving Charles Darwin. I don't know if you were offended by that.
Nah. Yeah, man. It like watching it again. Like I watched it and I played it for my employees the other day. Like the editing of it goes so fast and it's so much smoother than the way I had it, that like it flowed so good. So like the teamwork of it, I think made it a successful, entertaining video. So like I appreciate it, you know. I'm not offended in the slightest. But yeah, I think it worked.
I've learned the hard way by releasing many boring videos myself. Not that yours would have been boring, you know, but many videos that were poorly edited. And I learned the hard way about making it snappy.
The Art Nassian video you had was like, I'd say top quality, man. It was like you've hit your stride with it.
I think so. I'm trying to improve. All right, next comment. Fabricio Zarate. Apologies if I'm not saying that correctly. The Aboriginals at Tierra del Fuego had a dog that was the result of the domestication of the Fueguinean fox. That's a tough word to say. Apparently, the animal was no good for hunting nor defense. It seemed like their only use was that of a source of heat for children during the extreme cold Antarctic winters. I had never heard of that. Have you heard of that?
So I haven't heard of that specific group or that specific fox, but one of the things I had pitched to a PhD program for doing a PhD was looking at domestic fox stuff in South America, because there seems to be a lot of evidence of fox domestication in South America, because there's not a lot of dogs that made it down there.
Yeah,
there are in like the Inca lands, I guess the mountains, I should say, but dogs didn't really make it to the tropics in a lot of places. But yeah, there's weird like foxes at human sites a lot. And it's probably because foxes were doing the same thing, like scavenging human sites. And I hadn't seen that example, but those foxes must have been doing something similar. But I got to look into that. I didn't see that comment, but
No way.
maybe I did. I just don't remember what that was. But yeah, that's neat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Interesting. I know there is a big debate about how many times dogs were domesticated.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Every study says something else. So it just like keeps popping up in different places. But
this is why I never talk about genetics in my videos, or super rarely. Right? And if I do, it's like with someone who knows what they're talking about, because there was this study, and it was about how chickens in South America, specifically Chile, might have come from what's the name of, like, Easter Island? What's the name of that cultural group of people?
Polynesians,
yeah, thank you. Yeah. And I was like, wow, that's groundbreaking. That's like definitive proof that the Polynesians made it to the Americas. And then like 1 year later, another study came out that absolutely trashed the previous one.
Right.
And if I hadn't have found it, I'd have released a video that's probably wrong. But this is why it's so hard to talk about genetics.
Yeah, I just kind of try to say, like, well, I don't stay away from the genetic stuff. It's just like there's another thing every year. So I just kind of, like, on Instagram, I'll say, like, this changes tomorrow. Don't beat me up for that, like, in the comments.
I know, yeah. I've said that to people in the comments. Like, people will comment like, oh, but the genetics says this. And it's like, genetics is so complicated, man. We're like in the infancy of understanding it.
Right? Yeah.
Whatever study you're quoting is going to change.
In hours.
All right, next one. Hillock Farm. Keeping wolves as meat, not that likely. They eat mainly what humans can eat too. Herbivores eat the stuff humans cannot, and so they are much more attractive as a on-the-hoof meat supply for lean times. What do you rate to that?
I think I scrolled through that one, actually. My thoughts exactly. I had seen that one at a conference, and I was like, I really had to pee, and I was like, I gotta go. But then I heard someone talking about that, given the paper, and I was like, what's up? Because I hadn't heard that theory yet. But yeah, the interesting thing is, for domestication to work, you have to have a diet easily supplied by humans. They have to want to mate in captivity. Like, pandas can't domesticate because they won't do it. They have to have a social structure that works. And there's
I was going to say a joke about marriage then, but I won't. But keep
going. But like, for wolves, you can throw them scraps of food, like, quickly if you had to. Like, if you're eating meat, you can't really pen a bunch of bison in, the late Upper Paleolithic with the tools you have there and let them graze without, like, domestic dogs to herd them over vast areas. So that's kind of where that comes from. But I still think with the guy saying that too, like, those people would have had to been like daft to like try that, So it's not that likely, but there is evidence of the dogs being skinned or the wolves being skinned. So it could just be for, like wearing to do like a ritual or just someone wanted to wear a wolf that day,
And maybe, I mean, hypothetically, you could say that they'd have kept these dogs for other reasons. And then when the dog died, why waste a perfectly good fur when you're living in the...
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily like in the highest of the ice age, this could be like Mesolithic Europe, but still you're living basically in a world without central heating. You're going to need to keep warm.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, I think I might have mentioned it in the video, but like bison fur is super, you got to like tan the whole thing, but wolf fur you can just use to like fix a hole real quick. And you'd like, I think that was like what the paper was talking about, but still like
it's possible. I mean, I don't know how we would know that without finding their clothing.
Right. I think that was like from just modern observation, but
yeah.
All
right. John Harris, no discussion about the hyena. Oh yeah, got to push linear evolution. I saw you had responded to this one as well.
On my lunch break at work, I like clicked sort by newest first, and I was like, all right, who's trashing me?
Yeah.
And I went and saw it. But yeah, that one was cool. I couldn't tell if they were saying that dogs and like hyenas evolved from dogs and wolves, or they were just saying like you forgot to mention hyenas as like another object like that has something to do with like parallel evolution or something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure. What I said no to was they're not related to wolves or dogs because they're like a whole different thing. But
hyenas are not even in like the canid family, are they? Aren't they their own thing, or am I wrong on that?
They're in Hyenidae, which is part of Feliformia. So they're like in the cat family, but not like proper cats, right? They're in the same cat family as in like weasels and stuff are too. And like they're in like that big clade.
But they're closer relative to cats than dogs?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, in the same sense that like seals and dogs are related, you know? Yeah.
This is blowing my mind here.
Right.
Seals.
Yeah.
Although I can see seals and dogs being related. Seals kind of have that like playful vibe going on.
They're the same face. Like if you look at it, it's like a sea dog. Yeah. But I'm not sure what that comment was trying to say. I guess they were trying to say that if they meant that hyenas evolved from dogs or wolves, like that's just a no. But then like if they meant no mention trying to push linear evolution or whatever that was, like I guess they're saying that I'm saying that dogs descended from wolves. That's not necessarily true. But like they would have evolved from a common ancestor of an extinct gray wolf species. So like modern gray wolves and dogs come from an extinct gray wolf up here somewhere. That's just like gone. Or like gray wolf. It's just species. You throw a name at it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hate the word push. No one's pushing anything, man. We're two guys clearly sat in our bedrooms making videos about archaeology.
Yeah. I make no money from this. Like, what am I pushing?
I mean, I make money from it, but I'm not pushing anything.
Right.
Just like pushing that sweet content. All right. Penfold 50. This video doesn't explain the ancient ritual of hanging dog poo bags in bushes. True. And you don't have that problem with cats. Just saying.
Is that like a reference to hiking?
Probably. Or just people not taking care of their dog poo.
That must be the case. I do see dog poop bags on trails a lot, and I assume people are going to come back to pick it up, but still just carry it with you.
Yeah, I was actually in the park the other day, and this dog pooed, and the owner was on the phone not paying attention. And this other person in the park came running over to them and was like, "Excuse me, your dog like crapped on the park." And I was like, "Good for you, lady, for telling them off."
But yeah, if your dog shits, clean it up, man.
That's the only thing I have against dogs, man, is just cleaning up their poo. I'd have 50 if they could bury it themselves.
The ideal.
Maybe not 50, but
good smell.
Yeah. All right. Shrinil Odedra. He, the presenter, would make a good dad. So there you go. Is your girlfriend listening?
No, she'd probably be like, nope.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I agree. I think you'd make a good dad, David.
Is that like saying I make good dad jokes, or just like I have that dad vibe?
I think you've got a dad vibe. I think she saw into your soul and felt the dad vibes pouring out of it. You got a kind face, kind heart.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, last one. And you actually shared this one with me by the Brochure-list. Do you remember this one?
I don't remember the name, but I shared a few with you.
It goes, and what does your discipline have to say on the subject of enigmatic cynocephaly or dog-headed people? Y'all are probably part of the deep state / academic / CNN conspiracy to suppress the public's knowledge of this race and its alliance with the Bilderberg reptilian communist cabal. Pretty soon it will be too late for patriots to unite to stop them launching the planned UN invasion of America. Any dog anthropology that admits or rejects the existence of cynocephaly is nothing more than satanic neo-Marxism that is being used to lead the youth away from the Lord and his plan. How do you respond to that allegation?
To that, I say I'm the treasurer. On Tuesday nights, we meet. Wednesday nights, I am also the secretary for the one where we hide Tartary.
That's it, yeah. No one hosts a better bingo night than satanic neo-Marxists. Our bingo night is wild. Everyone's a winner. The funny thing is, on the internet, that would be a brilliant parody comment, but I can't tell if it's a parody because of the times that we live in.
Right. Do you watch Internet Comment Etiquette?
Yeah. I haven't seen him for ages, but I know who he is, yeah.
My friend and I thought that's what that was. Like, he was just like doing one of those things, but...
I don't know. Let me just quickly Google if I can't say that word. Cynocephaly is a real thing.
Yeah, it's like an ancient race of people with like dog heads. It's like weird.
Well, I Googled cynocephaly conspiracy and nothing comes up. So I'm going to pray to Satan that the brochure list is a parody account, but it's hard to tell. All right. That's all the comments I screenshotted. Do you have anything else to plug? Anything else to add? Damn. David's gone. It's probably my fucking Comcast internet being shit. I pay so much for Comcast and it's still frozen. All right, well, I'll say bye on David's behalf. Bye. Go watch and look at everything David does. Thank you for checking out this video. Goodbye.